Hey guys, this is gonna be a new video here, kind of like a podcast kind of thing, but I don't know. It'll evolve.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe if the game actually gets interesting.
Yes.
All right, so we have a couple things we want to talk about today. Try to fucking record it in TAV, and the LEV camera just hates me, so I didn't record half of it, which is pretty fucking awesome. So the first thing I wanted to mention was the update. Um, it had like it's small, which pisses me off. We'll get to that later. Uh, it's kind of like there's good stuff in the update, and we already talked about this, but like some of the good things, the way you grab, dude, why is my mind blanking? The way you grab the charging handles, the new gun sounds. I'm glad that they updated the gun sounds, even though they're not as good as I want them to be. They're still new. Footstep noises. We get the new kit stuff, which is pretty cool. And then we get the Hoatai 20. We get the 1 to 3 times, which we discovered, and you might be able to see in the video that the Hoatai 20 shoots low, which also addresses
Yeah,
a big issue, which we have evidence of, because the people that are in charge of the game have said that there is no zeros. The guns are not zeros. The optics are parallel with the gun's barrel, which means that there's no zero, which is amazing.
yeah, that's for all optics. They shoot way too low or slightly to the right.
Yeah. But yeah. So those like the pros, I think that the trench map was fun when we played it. It was pretty fun, I would say, because it was new. But if you do it multiple times, like Sand Shootout, kind of sometimes gets boring, even though it's relatively new. But
Most
it's yeah.
most of the shootout maps are like you play it 3 times and that's about it. Like you don't really want to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm. And like I
They're
was
a fun
talking about,
concept, but
in while we were playing the map, we they already have the model for the missile truck thingy and a radar system thing. They also have a downed AC-130. What they could have done, and I know it's too small for an actual mission. You made so much area, and there's not like there's a lot of stuff in it. You could have made it so much bigger, but that whatever. You could have made an actual mission. You could have made it like how Breaking Whisper is, where you go in, you either save like an injured soldier or something like that from the AC-130 or from one of the downed Blackhawks. And then what you could have done is you could have made it the bomb. You could have given us like a satchel charge and put that shit on one of the missile things and blown that shit up. That's a mission right there.
it's probably there's a lot of missed opportunities,
Yes, there's a lot of missed
especially with the trench
opportunities.
map.
Yeah.
With the
Um.
update as a whole, there's a lot, but
Yes. Let's get into that then. Some of the bad things about the update. The biggest thing in the room, they advertised the whole thing up until probably a day or two ago before the update was released that it was going to be a DLC. So we spent 2-3 months being like, oh my goodness, we're getting this now. We're getting it today. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at all this new content we're getting. And then we figured out that no, it's just a trench map, an add-on that was free, by the way. Why the hell are they going to make it free? Just add that to the normal game. They're probably testing out the DLC thing, I understand. But I was so excited to get all the other stuff. And now they're gonna hold off on it and give us a gun, a sight, and a map. And then block a bunch of stuff behind a paywall.
this entire update was kind of tainted by the fact that we were expecting this
Yeah.
huge thing, and then
And
all of a sudden it's really small.
and that's the thing we were talking about. We were like, it would have been so much better if they had told us before they started that it was going to be a DLC, and I would have understood. But at least give us a little bit more during this update, because expecting an entire thing, 2 new maps, at least 2 new maps, which we have now, and I'll show it on the screen because I don't remember how many there are, but at least I think 5 new maps we're getting. and they advertised one or two of them. They advertised the gas station map, that one in the middle of the whatever the hell, the one with the basketball, and then they advertised the trench map, and then they only give us the trench map, a gun, and a sight.
It's not even like you can see the updates. Like you can see the DLC and what they're going to add in the game. They just haven't released it yet.
Yeah, and that
Like
also
obviously the files are in there. Like going back to the modders, like this has been a problem for a decent bit, and yet there's nothing like when they're not doing anything to actively like combat this problem.
yeah,
It's
yep,
loading into a multiplayer map, and there's like 200 spots open.
mm-hmm,
Me and Raptor were able to join a match, like a co-op map, like mid-match.
mm-hmm, yeah, and also on top of that, private lobbies being open to public, that is fucking insane. That's insane.
You'd think if this was like if it's a big problem, which it is, most devs would stop what they're doing and fix it because this is a huge issue with their game
Yeah,
that would prevent people from wanting to play it. But
yep,
this hasn't been a main concern, it seems like, because it's been going on for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
probably. Well, there's been
And even
modders since like a year or two ago. I have a video on my channel, and it's unlisted now, but there was a modder in that.
back then, it was never really a problem because there's really nothing that they could.
There was not
Well,
a
there's
lot
still
of
stuff they
them.
could do. Yeah, but there wasn't a lot of them, and there wasn't like 200 people a lobby or
Yeah. Now it's
and
like,
threats of like killing all the servers.
yeah, that's that. Like, and I think I talked about this in my modder video, but someone from the Discord server joined and was like, "Oh, you're from the Discord? How the fuck? If like that's scary. Joining a random lobby and then getting recognized when you haven't had your name changed. Ugh. But yeah, like we were talking about in Room Randomizer with the Minecraft updates. If they released this stuff over time, like less stuff at once, but over time, so that because right now the game's kind of stale. Before this update it was kind of stale. Player count's probably going to go up again because there was a new update. But before that, it was kind of stale because there's not a lot of replayability. So if you want to keep your players engaged, release content regularly. Doesn't have to be a lot, just new stuff every so often to keep them engaged, and then maybe stop for a little bit and release a giant update. Because I waited 2-3 months to get a gun, a sight, and a map, and then you're gonna tell me I have to buy an entire 6 maps? Like really?
I guess we can start the other point on this. This game is not big enough yet for a DLC.
Yeah,
What they advertise it as is a DLC. This is not it. There is not enough base content that's worth people paying. Like it isn't worth people paying more yet. 'Cause there's not a whole lot of things in the base game. Like there's a decent amount of guns. There's how many maps? Like 6, 7 maps.
yeah,
There's a few shootout maps. There's PvP, which really isn't that great because of just all the kids and right now all the modders.
yep,
But you're going to add a DLC that adds the same amount of maps as the base game in one gun.
mm-hmm,
And the price that we were given was it was less than $25.
yeah. Make the DLC like $5 if you're gonna make it anything. Make it like if it's more than like $10, which I believe I got the game for $10, 10 or $15. That's insane. I'm not paying the same price that I used to buy the game to get the DLC. That's bullshit.
Because A, we shouldn't have had to do that. There shouldn't have to be a conversation at all. Because if this was an update, which it was advertised,
Yes.
we wouldn't have ever had to consider buying this.
Yeah.
I get that they said that they were like hiring new people or something like that. Whatever Raptors sent.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why they're making DLC or something like that. But still,
Yeah.
it would be okay. Like you said earlier, it would be okay if you next update you were going to have a DLC or something like that. Because we were expecting an update this entire 2-3 months, not
Yeah, not
a
one map,
small update.
one gun, one site, and then we have a massive update coming, but it's behind a paywall.
Exactly.
Here, let me just read the thing that Jarvis posted. So this is regarding to the DLC. Coming soon. If you've updated, then you've seen it. More details to be announced regarding the new DLC pack teased within the game. It's not teased. You teased the fuck out of it, making us think that it was going to be released now. Whatever. Yes, 5 additional maps plus a bunch of avatar customization options. Many of you are speculating that each item is an individual purchase. It's not. Stay tuned for the details. It won't be long. Won't be long. How long? Give us a date. Because if you gave all this information, saying we're not even done yet, but told us, oh, this is the update, and then you release the update, and then you're like, this DLC is coming out, and you don't give us a day for the DLC, or at least a time frame. Like, I feel kind of let down a little bit. I want to know when this thing's coming out so I can hope for it. Like, I hoped for this update, and it kind of let me down. Let's continue. This also isn't the end of the base game's development and additional content additions. Of course, I appreciate your support, and I don't want to leave you hanging if DLCs aren't your thing. There's major content updates coming, and it is going to be free. So, DLCs usually are paid. So we're assuming this is paid. We've already had talks about it being paid. And then you say major content updates coming. So, the thing I don't understand is, why are you going to make a paid DLC when you could just add it to the normal game? What people have been hoping for.
There's just something wrong about that. Like, this DLC better be decently. I know it has the 6 maps, but it better be bigger because at this point you're locking out so many people from playing these maps.
Yep.
It's not every. A, most of the people that play this game are children.
Yep.
But just be honest.
Yes.
So they're not. So maybe they can't, or their parents won't pay another however many dollars to get this DLC.
Yep.
And 2, you have to make it worth paying this money for. Because right now, if it's the same price as the base game, there's no point.
Yeah.
So you're not giving us enough. You're not giving us enough to make it worth it.
Yep.
Like 1 gun and 6 maps and a few different camos.
Yep.
And outfits.
Yep.
That's all we're getting. So
Yeah.
this DLC will have to be cheaper, or you will have to add more content.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nobody's gonna buy this.
When they release the DLC, I'm hoping that they do a big add-on to the base game so that the DLC actually has some use to it. Hopefully, because here's my thing, right? Hopefully, if we push enough, if you're watching this video, feel free to type in the comments. I'm not saying that just to get engagement. I don't give a fuck about money. And plus I don't make any money from these videos anyways. But if you feel the same way that we do about this, like why are they gonna make us pay for this? Be vocal in the Discord. Talk about it, mention it, be loud, because if they notice that we're not gonna support a DLC that's paid and we're not gonna pay for it, then they might reconsider. You understand what I'm saying, Caden? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying make a movement, but make a movement.
Let them know you're not happy.
Yeah. All right, I have the devlog update here thing, and I'll just go down this stuff because I feel like we didn't talk about that. So the add-on, the Pacific Defense Force pack add-on thingy, which you probably didn't even notice. Caden didn't know until we got into the game. Adds the Type 20 rifle, which they fucking spelled wrong in here. Type 20, the J-Tie camo, J-Tie Desert camo, Phil Arpat camo, and Granite 1 and 2 camo. So just 4 or 5 camos and a gun. For that one add-on.
But if you didn't see the add-on, or if you didn't know that was a thing, and you thought this was part of the DLC, then you only got the only part of this update you got was the trench map.
And yeah, and then all the other stuff that they, oh my goodness, you haven't seen anything yet, that part. So here's the additions added.
Yeah, well, oh shit, we haven't seen anything yet. You hit
Yeah,
all of it.
exactly. Yeah, and not even that. They said like they leaked everything that we already knew. We already knew about all this stuff, but they leaked it. Like the whole thing about leaks whenever you're doing a game is you don't want to show everything that you're making because then it spoils the surprise. You spoiled the surprise.
Like everybody knew we were going to get a Type 20. Everybody knew all this. Like maybe seeing like one or two full things will like make people look forward to
Yeah,
the update, but you can't release and make the entire update out because you're taking forever, and the only way your players are going to stay engaged
yep,
is you putting out these tiny little photos or videos.
yeah,
That's really shitty.
yeah. All right, let's go down the list of additions here. Added trenches map shootout in PvP. I've tried the PvP match. Some flaws about it. There's areas where bots can spawn. First off, shootout. Where bots can spawn, they can shoot you and you can't shoot them back. PvP, it's really hard to tell who's on your team and who's not, especially under nods because they changed the thing. I'm glad that they changed it from being camo 3 and gray flannel. I just wish that the person who makes the lobby can pick, because that'd be cool. Continue. Terrorist hunt modifier. So that just no main objective, just kill people. Aim dot 1 to 3 magnifier. So I'll bring this up before. Why not just add a 1 to 3 for every site in the game? Make it so we can have a 1 to 3 OKP7. Make it so we can have a 1 to 3 old EOTech, because that's a vibe. Give us a 1 to 3 for the comp M4. Bring back the old aim dot. The old aim dot was sexy as fuck, and you took it from us.
He didn't take the new magnifier and put it on the both EOTechs. Fuck it.
Yeah, add risers.
What's the flip up? Yes.
Add risers so we can. So if you, I'm not a fan of it, but I know you are. So you can use the up down on EOTechs. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
All right. Now it's just I believe from here on, it's just avatar stuff. Avatar beanie options, avatar hat only options, plate carriers, so that's the cock pad thing. Impact grenades. I'm getting used to it. I think they're fun. That was an insane kill that I did, Caden. You gotta admit, I killed like 7 of those fuckers.
Yeah, that was really funny.
So that was cool. But like I feel like they don't do enough damage. And I know that they're impact grenades and they're not like for leveling and such. I chucked that fucker thing at a dude and it landed next to him and he lived. So I don't know about that.
They're just inconsistent.
Yeah. Footstep sounds based on ground texture. I think that's a nice touch. We've been needing that. I think that the footstep sound should be a little bit quieter though, because they're really fucking loud and it gives away your position whenever you're on PvP, let's say, and you're in the fucking building. You can't get snuck up on. You can't get snuck up on, but like I don't know. I don't know about that one. Co-op player-to-player collision. We've been wanting that for I don't know how long. It's been a while for that one. Yeah. That's that. Separate vest camo customization. That's big. They showed that in the update. And like also, the Hawaiian shirts. I was so ready to wear the fucking Hawaiian shirts. That would have been such a vibe, and then they took it from us. Bruh. DLC added body cam to camera cycle. I don't think that the body cam is a thing. I looked at it and I don't think it's there. Avatar customization to multiplayer lobbies and sandbox maps. That is the locker room thing that we saw before, which is I'm glad that they did that so you don't have to leave the server. That's a good change. And then PC VR, added mods. Whoa, added mods. Hmm.
I think what like you can change your like
Yeah, custom audio
full
sounds for
mods or
weapons.
like
Equip the weapon
yeah,
first in
that's
game to
yeah.
automatically create the folders required. Folders are found within your installation directory. Okay.
Yeah. Just some changes.
Alright, now the next one. Updates and changes. Updated avatar customization menu with separate faceware option. Changed. Smag is no longer a face selection option, it's now a faceware option. Beyond 10 meters, sniper rifles will now receive a kill distance message after each kill. Remove that or make it an option if it's not already. Because it was kind of annoying in the middle of nighttime. I was on night trench and I was using an SVD. Call me a pussy, I don't fucking care. I was sitting there, I went, fucking domed a dude, and then I got blinded by the shit on the bottom right of my screen saying, oh my goodness, you hit the thing at 20 meters, or something like that. Updated
Yeah,
muzzle
that's dumb.
flashes. I think that when I was looking at it, the muzzle flashes had like on the corners of them, they might not have cleared the alpha threshold all the way. So there's a little transparent things on the corners. I could be wrong, but I'll look at it. Remove spawn zones from co-op lobbies to prevent PvP matches in co-op. What?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know either. Delayed enemy reaction when sneaking up behind an enemy for improved stealth kills. I'm glad about that. Because they would fucking just spin around. Updated Glock 18C model. I do like that. That's pretty nice. New knife model, which I think is
Yeah.
bullshit. I like the model. I'm not saying it's bad. But work in progress. You put work in progress for knife skins? That's not a knife skin. It's just an update.
Maybe that's in the DLC.
Maybe that's in the DLC. We'll see. I swear, if they put chem lights in the DLC, that'd be fucking hilarious. Oh my goodness. Everybody's been waiting for chem lights. And then they release it for the DLC. That's fucking laughy. Updated personal pouch models. Now transparent with variation to the color of your thing for improved visibility. I like that change. Um, yeah, I like it. It's interesting. Um, frag impact vest pin pulling disabled. No more S vests. Unfortunately. Players can no longer join rooms or join random rooms larger than the max number allowed. Cool. Hopefully that fucking works for modders and stuff like that. We'll see. Updated bullet whizzing crack sound effects. That's pretty cool. I saw that. Added straps to backpacks. I think I saw that. That's pretty cool. I'm looking at the fixes here. I don't see anything that's new. Fix broken bipod. Okay, that's good. Bipod will unmount when the player's hands reach a max distance. Good. Fix blunt weapons not assigning TKs through downing. Yeah, and then it talks about the DLC. Hey everyone, another couple of months, a major update. We are happy to announce the new Trenches map available in Shootout and Team Deathmatch PvP. You can't call it Team Deathmatch, it's not a fucking mode. New cosmetics, new terrorist hunt modifier, and Tactical Assault VR's first DLC pack, Pacific Defense Force. It's free, go claim it. Okay. I don't know, it just like... I feel like I was let down, because I waited for so long, and then it,
So you
wasn't...
so everything was misled. Like
If they, like I said
if you
before,
call
if
it an
they...
update and then you say the update is coming out, what do you
Yeah,
think people are going to expect?
exactly.
And then when you say, "Oh no, half of it's a well, 3/4 of it is a DLC," you're pissing off a lot of people.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. I, I, I think that PvP also needs to get a fucking remake over. Because PvP would be an actual good mode if they put a little bit of time into it. And I know, oh my goodness, it's not the main focus of the game. But, like, come on, guys. A good majority of your player base plays PvP. You could at least give it some love. Make it an actual team deathmatch where it has combined kills and someone actually wins the game, so it's not just, oh, we're swapping sides, or oh, we're going back in. So there's an actual objective. Make it so you have make smaller things. So you only have one life. We've been talking for that for probably over close to a year now. Make one life game modes. That's really all I've been wanted to talk about. Anything else you want to talk about, Caden?
Think of anything.
Hopefully they do good on this next DLC, because if not, then at least I don't have to
I'm
make
not
any
even
more
sure I'm
leak
gonna get
videos.
it.
Like, I don't have to make leak videos for a while. Yeah, like, I'm probably gonna get the DLC for the game just for shits and giggles to see, because I want that content, because they've been fucking advertising it for the past 3 months and then puts it behind a paywall. But okay, it's fine. And also, I wanted to mention this. I have nothing against the game. I have nothing against the creators of the game. And if they tell me to take this down, I'm not gonna take it down, because it's a fucking opinion about the game. So, just our opinions. I don't know. Alright, I guess I'm gonna call it there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this version of the channel. And I guess we'll see you guys later.